And unfortunately, now when they did stay these tariffs, they're dealing not just with the Chinese, but the Europeans, and the Europeans are thinking, wow,
Right.
if we wait them
Right.
out,
Yeah.
we're going to keep our $250 billion surplus with the United States. And the Europeans, if you talk to them, they'll even say things like, why should we worry about China? Yeah, they rip you guys off for $1 trillion, and they rip us off for $1 trillion deficit, but we we get some of it back with 250, 300 billion surplus with you, because we do to you what China does to us. And all of a sudden Trump is saying, first of all, trade deficits matter because they give foreign exchange to a country, often a hostile one,
Right.
and they destroy jobs in the United States. And I'm going to use this as a club so I get people to invest here. And if they want to make profits, they can, foreign entities, but they have to give us jobs. So that, and now people are saying, I'm going to wait him out because the courts,
Right.
by the time this goes to court. So now what he's saying is, you may want to wait me out, but if you do this and the Supreme Court rules my way, and they will probably, we're going to issue even higher tariffs. The whole thing is he's got to get Japan, India, South Korea, and China. Once he does that, the other 100 nations will fall. And the Europeans will be the last because they hate his guts more than even the Chinese do.
Wow. Why?
They
Why do they hate him more?
they hate him. I lived in Europe 3 years, and I go there every summer, and they hate him on a multiplicity of levels. First of all, he represents their stereotype of the stupid, uneducated American who's
Okay.
unsophisticated.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Right.
then they look
Yes.
at his orange tan, his comb over, his loud, all that, and they think he's boisterous and he's crass and he's American, money grubbing entrepreneur billionaire. Queen's accent. He doesn't look like the traditional American Harvard, Yale, blue blood, Anglo-Saxon Protestant, sophisticated diplomat. He doesn't look like any of those people. And the third thing is his language is undiplomatic. They feel that that's what so they don't like him. And then the more important thing is, if you look at when the EU was formed, basically in the 1981, 82, when it really got going, they were almost same GDP as we were. And now they've only got 65% of our GDP. And when you look at their annual GDP growth, not just the size of the economy, but the growth, they're way behind us. So what's happening in the world, the United States is going like this, and Europe is just sitting here. And they've got our fertility rates way down at 1.65. Theirs is 1.45. They're shrinking more radically than we are. Their socialism is not working.
No.
They have open borders. They're undefended. And the more they see the United States getting more powerful.
All right, tell me the truth. How many different beauty potions do you have sitting on your bathroom counter right now? Because if it's more than just Vibrance Super C Serum, then listen up. Because the ingredients in this one bottle can replace your day creams, eye creams, night creams, neck creams, wrinkle creams, and dark spot reducers. It's made in the US with the highest quality ingredients, including vitamin C, hyaluronic acid, vitamin B5, vitamin E. Super C Serum delivers noticeable results. So simplify your skincare routine, get a healthier complexion, minimize wrinkles and age spots with Vibrance. And if you don't find it better than your current skincare, you'll get a full refund. So go to Vibrance.com/Jillian to save up to 37% off, and you get free shipping. That's Vibrance, Vibrance, Vibrance.com/Jillian. When we talk about success in the health and wellness space, people usually focus on the product. Maybe it's killer protein powder, a sleek activewear line, a smart home workout program. But what most people don't realize is that the real magic often happens behind the scenes. Take some of your favorite brands like Alliance Naturals, Skims, or mine, for example. Yeah, I mean, we've got the products and the hype, but we're also using something that makes the selling part smooth and seamless. That business, the behind the scenes business, is Shopify. And nobody does better than Shopify at selling. Home to the #1 checkout on the planet and the not so secret weapon, Shop Pay, which boosts conversions by up to 50%. That means fewer carts get abandoned and way more sales actually go through. So if you're serious about scaling your business, your commerce platform better be ready to meet your customers where they are online, in store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Because businesses that sell more, they sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout Alaya and Skims use. Sign up for your free $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Jillian. That's shopify.com/Jillian, all lowercase. One more time, shopify.com/Jillian to upgrade your selling today.
Up in the bad years, and they see that we're not bogged down anywhere, and we've got this crazy president that keeps talking about unleashing this economy, entrepreneur. You got all these oligarchs they call, like it's got Elon Musk, Ken Andreessen, David Sachs, all these people he called in and said, look, you don't like me, I don't like you. But in World War II, Roosevelt called in William Knudsen, the head of GM. He called in Henry Kaiser, the Kaiser Steel. He called in Henry Ford, and he said, just go make money, and I'll let you do what you want. No more New Deal stuff. No more but you got to build more stuff than the Germans and the Japanese. And that's pretty much what Trump has said to them. I'm not going to tell you how to run AI, but you only have one and I will sue the Europeans if they try to screw around with you overseas and censor you or tax you. But you've got to do stuff like invest here and help us be strong. And it's kind of a weird patriotic appeal to these multi-billionaires. And I think it's got the left kind of really confused.
The left has become an unrecognizable party. And I like to say that I am a moderate, I am a purple person, and my vote is up for grabs simply because I would hope that it would hold both sides somewhat accountable as we saw the independents sway this election. So there's some reason to not go all the way over to one side or another. And listen, I'm not an economist. I was like, okay, I get what Trump is doing. I'm a little scared. I wish maybe he'd gone one territory at a time, but I'm going to hold on and see how it pans out. But what I can tell you for sure is that I would have remained neutral with the left on it, and Trump would have lived or died, and the Republican and all of his people that will run after him would have lived or died on this one, kind of like Kamala was the border czar. But with the left jumping in to be like, no. The courts are going to block you. And not only that, on illegal immigration, we're going to have judges letting illegals that have committed crimes and beat people nearly to death out the back door. And like, what the hell are they doing? And there's no right answer here. But if you had to guess on the triple down, like, they hate him. Okay. Resist. Okay. But I find that it's making them look worse because now if tariffs fail, I can blame someone other than Trump. I can blame them for this.
Yeah. That's pretty much correct. I grew up in a Democratic Party. I have a twin brother who basically doesn't speak to me. He's left-wing Democrat.
So unfortunate.
Yeah, it is. But the Democratic Party is really, they keep saying the Republican Party has changed. It has, but not in the same ways as the Democratic Party. I think it started with globalization.
As the temps start to rise, I get that familiar urge to refresh my closet. But I am done wasting money on trendy pieces that I wear once, which is why I'm obsessed with Quince. The clothes are timeless, elevated, built to last, no insane markup. I'm talking about 100% European linen shorts and dresses that start at just $30. Italian leather platform sandals, luxe swimwear that looks straight off a runway but costs half of what you'd expect. Quince partners directly with top-tier factories, cutting out the middleman so you get designer quality at a price that actually makes sense. And they only work with ethical, responsible manufacturers who care about people and the planet. Personally, I stocked up on the linen tees and the tanks, And believe it or not, a killer summer dress. Occasionally, I do wear dresses. And honestly, it finally feels like my wardrobe matches my standards. Upgrade your wardrobe at quince.com. Luxury should never mean compromise. Team, give your summer closet an upgrade with Quince. Go to quince.com/Jillian for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/Jillian to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/Jillian.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the podcast, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And make sure to let me know what guests you want to see on in the future.